Okay, now we're live.
Uh-oh, get goosed.
Hello.
I'm doing my Kiri.
He's doing his Kiri. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 5th installment of the second aPODcalypse. I'm the last coral reef.
I'm Estrella's old saggy tits.
Damn. Hell yeah. I don't
Starting
know.
it off with another.
Is that Zarias' mom?
Yeah, he says something exactly like that, I can't remember if he says it or if it's his thought, but he mentions the old saggy tits.
Mm-hmm. But he loves her.
Yeah, they're...
Is she not attractive? Or she's just like aging?
I think she is probably attractive, but she's just, I don't know, middle-aged or... He's just also, so fucking petty.
Yeah.
He just wants to... I was thinking about that, his mom knows how to push... his mom knows how to push his buttons really bad, and so he probably knows how to get back at her a little bit, too.
Yeah, definitely. They have a very cool dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
I love Zarias.
Yeah, me too.
He's such a fun character. What's up, Salt King? Welcome to the Divine Abode. The House Primordial. How's it going? Hey, what up, B-Rad?
B-Rad.
Comma. Getting the bairns to bed. What is that?
I think that's a Irish slang term for kids or babies or something.
Oh.
I could be
Is
I
it
could
because we're
also...
some Irish-ass motherfuckers?
Well, I think bairns are kids. I mean, he might be Irish.
Oh.
That was my guess.
Are you Irish, comma?
Thanks for enculturating us.
Yeah. What did y'all do today? What did you do today?
Trying to think of anything more noteworthy. Oh, so the dog I dog sit was sniffing around in the bushes, and usually it just wants to kill the neighbor's house. So this was different. And
How does it want to kill the house?
it just runs over there on the retractable leash, and it starts barking at the house, and then I make it do laps. I pull it back a little bit, and then it starts running, and I just guide it all the way around, and then it sees the house again and goes and tries to kill it again.
Mm-hmm.
But it was sniffing in the bushes, and it found, I think it was a chicken bone. Now it's on.
You found a chicken bone?
I found a chicken bone, but it was also eating something, so I thought it was another chicken bone.
Yeah.
Tried to grab it and growled at me.
It's such a bad dog.
I know, dude. It doesn't care about food either, which is weird. So
yeah, that's bad.
Growled at me, but I don't know.
Yeah.
That's about it. Drove home. Oh, I saw this truck on the way here that it was from Arkansas, but it had one of those circle stickers with the abbreviation in it, and it said ARC. I took a picture of it. I'll maybe put it up next week.
Yeah, we can put it up maybe.
But I thought that was cool because I was on my way here to talk about
the beginning.
Yeah.
The beginning of our journey to the Ark.
Yeah, it is. It's true.
Connor says it's a vague mix of white American, so maybe a little Irish. Nice.
Word.
Same.
That's me, yeah.
Just like vanilla, mashed potato kind of situation.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we were just talking about Zarias and how we like Zarias.
Yeah. Oh, I was thinking of X gon' give it to you. What? Gon' give it to you. X gon' give it to you.
Oh yeah.
Sorry for rapping.
That's okay.
But yeah, I've been watching a lot of hockey. They play that at. I also like that song, but they play that a lot, and I just kept thinking this week. I was like, it's Zarias time, dude.
Yeah. I'm stoked about getting in. I feel like this is a really good chapter. I really enjoyed this one. Last week in general, I was just kind of out of it, and I was not prepared. But there's a lot of good stuff this week. We're introduced to a lot of new characters. Get some backstory. Just some cool backstory on Proyas and his family. Yeah, just really cool world building. And we get introduced to Zarias and his mom.
Yeah.
So...
officially in part 2.
Yeah. Wait, are we?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I didn't even remember there were parts.
Which part did you read?
Chapter 5.
What did I read? Oh yeah, I read the right chapter.
Okay, good. Does your version not have parts?
No, it does. I was mistaken. Sorry.
Okay, that would have been funny. But
Momum, right?
yeah,
Okay.
it's just funny because
chill.
it's like, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of inconsequential.
Yeah.
It makes sense, like going to a different
No,
area of the world.
It feels like a part two. First you gotta rock, then you gotta roll. Let it go. Is that what he says? I don't know.
Oh, what DMX says? I think so. I mean, I'm sure.
One cannot raise walls against what we have forgotten since last week.
Dude, I can't remember anything last week. I was going to say I can't remember what I had for breakfast.
What'd you have for breakfast?
Nothing. I remember that. Oh!
The no god. I was thinking about how my dog is the no god earlier when I was on a run. So the opening statement I think is cool. So it's from Tacitus, from the Annals of Sinai, whatever. And it says, the difference between the strong emperor and the weak is simply this. The former makes the world his arena, while the latter makes it his harem.
Boom.
I don't know. Which is kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean, I think it shows how, I think it's a little bit of, like, foreshadowing for Zarias's version of the Empire.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's trying to play the game, but he's still kind of just like a horny perv.
Yeah, he definitely is. Yeah.
I mean, he's both, but he's more of the harem boy than he is
he's a harem
chess
boy.
wizard or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Compass is more of a making the world his arena. But yeah, Zarias is definitely like kind of slogged in his, I guess, relationship with his mom, and just he's always like with his like body slaves and stuff. But it also just kind of it reinforces the just overarching patriarchy of the book just by using the pronoun his arena and his harem or whatever. And it also speaks to the like inherent conflict that's always going on. I mean, in our world too, there's always conflict happening in one form or another. But anyway, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What do you think about the second passage from the compendium?
I listened back to it again twice today, and I was kind of thinking, like, what, like, is this relevant to this, to the book or this chapter? And I mean, kind of maybe. I'm sure since there'll be stuff that I notice again, or, you know, there's obviously shit I miss, so maybe there's some more points, but I don't know. You get the old rivalry between the Nansur and Kian in this chapter, but other than that, I feel like, I don't know, they're kind of just, I just see the Holy War as like one conglomeration.
Yeah.
Like a one momentous mass. I don't think about it really as like... Maybe
an impertinent flood.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel like almost that, I mean, the Holy War, the Inrithi don't give a shit about the Empire. Right. I think it's more like the Emperor fucks himself over than the Men of the Tusk fucked over the Empire.
Yeah, I agree. And the Men of the Tusk are such a inevitability now that the Dunyain are involved that, like, structures that are even a little bit less solid have no choice but to be kind of at the whim of the Holy War. Because the people that are in power manipulating it are so much more powerful than the people that they're manipulating. So it has a lot of force to it, but I don't know. I thought it was cool. It kind of gives me a little backstory because it talks about how the Men of the Tusk never understood what the Nansur and the Keeneen, or that they were old enemies. So it kind of just gives backstory of how they've always, not always, but for the past, like, I don't know, 1,000 years or something, have been kind of at war, like tit for tat. They use the term fencing with one another. I don't know. I underlined the Men of the Tusk were interlopers in Pertinent Flood. I just figured we would look at the definition of interloper because I don't even really know what that means.
Sure.
But anyway, what else happens?
Well, that makes sense though. Going back to Impertinent Flood, if you think of the flood like taking over, it's kind of like a flood that doesn't wash away. Like the biblical flood.
Yeah.
Like, because that's what happens with the Enrithi and I mean Kellis mostly, but Comphis tries to stake his claim at the end and gets yeeted.
Yeah, but he does a fairly good job.
Yeah, he tried so hard and got so far, you know?
But in the end, he was just an interloper.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no. Okay, so the internet says that an interloper is a person who becomes involved in a place or situation where they are not wanted or are considered not to belong. So, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that cool, but it's kind of cool.
Yeah. It shows that...
B-Ride says, like the flood of Christianity. Yeah,
true.
Definitely.
Yeah. I think that... now I'm going to forget exactly what I was saying.
Sorry.
No, it's not your fault. Yeah, just like that Zarias wants to use the Holy War to his political ends, which is obvious because he's like with the whatever thing he's trying to make him sign.
The indenture.
Yeah, get indentured.
I love that.
But I mean, I think that they more end up using him or using the Empire.
Oh yeah, definitely. Okay, cool. So the chapter starts. How does it start? It's the Zarias is walking into the I guess it's like kind of an open air courtyard or whatever where he's meeting. What's his face?
The Imperial Audience Hall.
Yeah, and it's got a big open sky where there's some sparrows flying around.
Yeah, love a good sparrow.
Dude, Zarias just cracks me up when he starts. Anyway, we'll get to it.
Yeah.
He starts asking Skeos if he's heard from his nephew Comphis. Is that the first time we learn about Comphis, or we're introduced to him?
I believe so.
Yeah.
It's also funny, like, we get Zarias, but immediately mentions Comphis. Shows how important he is.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Like, Zarias is very worried about him, and from a self-serving place, not really from a like I care about my nephew type of way. But yeah, even like so right off the rip, Zarias is starting to show who he is and what kind of character he is. He says something kind of cool, just right off the rip. Like I said,
off the rip,
about he's reflecting on how he's never looked any of his subjects in the eyes. And he says that the thought horrifies him, and I don't know, it's just kind of interesting. Like, imagine feeling so alienated by your wealth or whatever that you've never actually seen any of your subjects' eyes.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
Dude, that's like if all the people in government and business that fuck us over, they're staring right here and could smell my bad breath. Dude, I would just... You know, I've wanted to commit violence lately.
I know.
Just want to, like... Yeah, just if any of those motherfuckers see us, the peeps.
Yeah.
Or the oles, the holes, peepholes. Yeah, I mean, he's one man. Zarias is one man looking at, you know, what he thinks he's in control of, but he can't look anybody in the eye.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
Wild.
And he says, "Save for Skeos," and he says, "I know none of these people." I love he has these little like tiny sentences where he's like, "Oh fuck," so many times. It's awesome.
For sure.
And B-Rod asked, does he get shat on in this chapter by the bird? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Very awesome.
I want to point out, though, it says he doesn't know anybody save for Skeos, which is ironic. Because Skeos is Skin Spy.
Yeah. I loved reading this chapter knowing that he was a Skin Spy, because there's a couple little, like, nuggets of Skin Spyery in it. It's kind of cool.
Love the nugs.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's see, the Prime Council addressed him. I just underlined, he says, if the fools sign the indenture, then and only then will we dispense with protocol. I just think Bakker uses the word dispense and dispensation a ton.
Holy dispensation. Yeah. I hear you.
It's a good word. Good vocab word.
Dude, he's giving himself such a Janan pep talk, too.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, his internal, like, experience is so fun.
He's not really having a good time.
He's a extremely unstable person. Like, he is just in a constant state of, like, deep insecurity and way overconfidence. It's pretty tight.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. And then, so the Prime Council looks at Zarias. The time has come, says Chaos. And then the Great Stone Doors open. And then I guess the first people of the Holy War come in.
Yeah, we get Nurse Calmamunis.
Yes, sir.
It says that,
Kelpfron says the Michael Scott of Arawa. Definitely.
Dude, that's good. Very good.
Yeah.
I'm just picturing him with Steve Carell's face.
That's awesome.
It says somewhere that a bunch of people, Kelmamunis was the first of a bunch of people that forsook their namesake. Forsaked their whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, like gave up, I guess, their right to their own lordships or whatever.
Mm-hmm. For the Holy War?
Yeah, for the Holy War.
I remember that place.
Yeah.
That part.
It felt that's a very strong bold move, let's say. The first time I read this, I thought that I didn't really believe that the Men of the Tusk really believed that much. I thought that they were kind of in it for politics too.
Yeah, that's kind of been a theme of all the episodes.
Yeah, but I think that they really are like zealots.
Oh yeah,
like way more than I expected the first time.
Yeah, they're absolutely zealots. So one of the things I underlined is a little bit earlier, whenever. Well, I guess it's right now. Lord Nurse Kelmungumgus, Palatine of Canimperia, whatever, walks in. Zarias feels curiously short of breath. And, I don't know, I feel like the word curious is interesting because, like, Zarias thinks of himself as a god figure or a god. But he's having these very human experiences of, like, feeling curiously short of breath. And he starts, like, fiddling with his robe and shit like that. But it's whenever, like, what the Holy War considered themselves as, like, the righteous, they, like, have the zealot, we are doing the right thing, in the name of the gods or whatever. So it's kind of like this meeting between what the righteous, like, the actual righteous and the god of Zarias. I don't know. It's just interesting to see them interact that way.
Like some people that are just fully confident versus someone that's like supposed to be a god who's shook. Yeah, even though the foundation of the Holy War is a lie, it still is so much more unshakable than Zarias' current situation, like his power. So the Dunyain have really weaved together a good thing. When they come into the Holy War, what are you talking about? Well, isn't Maithanet? Yeah. It's like half Dunyain. Oh, yeah. And Moangus, doesn't he have a whole lot of control over what's going on? Or at least he's kind of set this into motion a little bit? Yeah. No, you're right. When you say Dunyain, I forget that there's people other than Kellis. Even in these first books before he has like a whole gaggle of children. But yeah, no, those people... Moangus and Maithanet are both definitely Dunyain, just obviously undercover. Yeah. Yeah. No, there is a big ass plan in motion. Yeah. No doubt. Good point. How do you say that? Canimperia? That's a good one. What? Where is it? Just the Palatine of Canimperia. I love that. That's a fucking mouthful, dude. Lord Nurse Calmamunis. Palatine of Canimperia. Yeah, sure. Canimperia. But yeah, so they're meeting. Let's see. As always, they calmed him for... here we go. Stung by a momentary panic, Zarias looked from the approaching Kenrians to the flutter of wings above. As always, sparrows wheeled and jousted beneath the dim vaults. As always, they calmed him. For a moment, he wondered what an emperor was to a sparrow. Just another man? He thought it unlikely. Like, he has these idiotic thoughts. Like, there's no way those birds don't know I'm the emperor. And then they poop on him. Yeah, it's like... Well, I mean, maybe if they knew he was, that would be even better. but I just figured when the bird shits on him, it's like, no, you're just some other person, like you're just anything to shit upon.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Well, because they mentioned that, or I guess, I don't know, Scales or somebody later is like, it's actually a good thing. It's a good fortune or whatever.
Yeah.
So, and he's like, yeah, you're right.
Trying to save face, dude. That feels Michael Scotty.
Very Michael Scotty. Very Michael Scott.
But yeah, he says the thing about the birds, he says, what's a goon to a goblin?
Yeah. Exactly. Oh, and yeah, he says, can they hear the hollow in my belly? He's just super insecure during this moment. And they start off, there's immediate tension because I don't really... Lord Nursey, Calmemunus?
I think we're going Calmemunus.
Okay, Calmemunus. He says, good, how goes the war, uncle? And then Zarias nearly bolts from his seat. And then Scaeus has to say, it's not a big deal. That's how the Kenrian nobles refer to their betters.
Yeah.
But it's just tight. I don't know. And it's just some good genanery. Yeah.
Stuff like that, I mean, I think it shows that his, it shows how insecure he is about, like, maintaining his position. But it also, I think, as, like, a, person that's, like, anti-government or anti-state, just that how important and representative of, like, greater things those little, like, indignities can be. Like, just, like, dudes kneeling, football players kneeling during the national anthem sparked up, like, a fucking gigantic shit show. Which, like, regardless of what you think about that, like, the physical action is just, like, such a little different thing. But it's, like, blasphemy to some people, and I don't know.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's just, like, he's, like, you didn't call me God Emperor, pretty much, and he almost goes and fights him himself, too.
And I'm sure he would have gotten whooped.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Although, I don't know. I don't really know what his build is like. I can't imagine he's very, like, stacked.
No, I picture him being real wafy.
What's wafy?
Like, skinny and weak and kind of flowy.
I think of him as being very gangly. Like kind of like me, honestly. Like, long arms, skinny looking.
You got muscle, though.
I got muscle. I could take him, for sure. Yep, so we hear about Shima a little bit. And we get some information about Proyas here. Zarias. Okay, so Calmemunus says, none to speak of. Momus favored us with kind seas, talking about the journey over here. And Zarias says, by his grace do we travel, which is hilarious. And he said, tell me, did you have occasion to confer with Proyas before you left Iocnius?
Something. Iocnisis?
Yeah.
Iocnisis.
But I just wrote it's our boy Proyas. We get to learn that it's his...
Yeah.
cousin?
I think
Proyas is his cousin?
I think it's his brother. Does it say cousin?
Tell me, did you have occasion to confer with Proyas? Blah, blah, blah.
It's his relative for sure.
Yeah.
But I guess I can't confidently say. Keep going.
Oh, yeah, because because he feels awkward about that because Proyas had Calmemunus whipped for impiety at the Battle of Paramenti.
Right.
Which I thought was very, like, what?
Yeah, dude.
Proyas be just getting it out there. I think of him as such a, small boy in my mind because he just gets, ripped on for the whole series, but I guess right now he's a lord.
Oh, Calmemunus or Proyas? Yeah, I think of him as, weak too, which is funny because he's, strong and wins a shit ton of wars, but just the way people treat him and the things that he puts up with, it just it diminishes his stature almost in my imagination.
We know him so much more intimately than anyone else he interacts with. Yeah, so we get to see his... Which, at the end of the day, probably each one of us and each of these characters are we all have a little child in us,
Yeah.
Hopefully
Locked in. Stuck inside, dude. You gotta cut me up and let it out.
Locked in the capitalism chamber. So they're fighting. They're talking about provisions. Zarias is starting to try and get them to sign the indenture. Some plot stuff here. Zarias is smiling. He says, "Good. The Nancer Empire, as you well know, has warred against the Phantom since the first Kaini tribesmen rode howling from the deserts. For generations, we've battled them in the south, even as we've battled the Skilvindi in the north, losing province after province to their fanatic ardor." So he's talking about all the places they've lost to the Phantom. All of what is now called Kian once belonged to my imperial ancestors, Palatine, he's talking to him.
Mm-hmm.
Since who I am now, Ikiri Zarias III, is but the face of one divine emperor. It's kind of like how North Korea thinks their dictators are the same. That might be very culturally incompetent, actually. I don't think that's true.
The same as what?
Like kind of like this, like the same emperor. But that's wrong. I'm sorry. I take that back.
I feel like you can pretty much say a lot of things about North Korea and it's okay.
Because
don't be racist. Well, no one's gonna know, but
yeah,
don't be racist. But like, they're fucked up.
They got some wild shit going on.
Yeah,
I mean, so do we. But
free North Korea.
Yeah, for real. But anyway, that's just some plot. It's just some cool plot stuff, backstory, and it is why the Emperor is setting forth this indenture, or that's like kind of the like hoax, or like the face of the indenture is to get this land back, but we learn later that it's a little bit more conspiratory. Ring Thing said, didn't Proyas also have himself whipped too, or gave his cousin Kelman a choice, and Kel chose to whip him, which made Kel look foolish and petty?
Yeah.
Okay, Confa's nephew, Uncle Zarias.
Okay, word, thank you. No, that definitely happens.
Yeah.
To try to save face. Do they? I don't think they mention it in this chapter. I think it comes up with maybe a commune.
Probably so. It doesn't come up in this chapter I know of.
But yeah, he's like, somebody tells him like, dude, that's kind of out of hand. Like, you know, respect your elders, but also it's like it's public shaming, and lets him do it back, and it just makes him look even worse. You know.
Yeah.
It's I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I like that too.
Proyas is definitely a Boy Scout altar boy. Like, I've talked about this a few episodes ago. I don't really know the story of Job, but I know that bad shit happens to Job and he still believes in God. And like, Proyas is just like desperate for like pretty much anything. Somebody greater than him to like accept him, or like purpose, or direction, kind of. Like, he gets juiced up, you know, in the Holy War, he really finds like a groove in there, and then in the Unification Wars and the what's it called? The Slog, all the way up to the Great Ordeal.
The Great Ordeal.
Yeah. I almost called it the Great Migration. I think that's birds or something.
The Great Migration.
Or maybe American history. It's probably...
There's some migrations going on all the time.
We'd be walking.
People be walking.
But, I forgot what I was talking about. It's all good. Dude, did you know that lemmings, obviously, they don't kill themselves jumping off cliffs, right? But, you know that, like, have you heard of that?
No. So, like suicide?
Yeah. So there's this, like, myth, or, like, saying kind of thing where, analogy, metaphor, they say, like, you know, being lemmings, and it's, like, following somebody jumping off a cliff mindlessly.
Yeah.
And there's this idea that because they migrate, like, they repopulate super fast. I was reading about this yesterday, and you see a shit ton of them in one place, and then they all spread out because they know that they need to, like, not overtake one area, because they'll all die. But there's this thought that they all jump, like, a bunch of them jump off a cliff to manage their own population. Yeah. It was, like, a rumor even back, like, at least 100 years ago. But Disney got footage of it in a 1958 nature documentary. What? However, what they did was they couldn't actually find them jumping, like, them jumping off cliffs. They literally threw lemmings off a cliff and filmed it for this documentary.
Dude, it's the 50s, man. It's all good.
Yeah, and then published it as if it was real.
That's so funny. It's not funny, but it's
It is
wild.
funny.
Yeah.
Dude, but like, what kind of motherfucker are you to just be like hucking lemmings off this cliff? I gotta look it up. It's called something like White Wilderness, Disney 1958.
Oh, that's wild,
About
dude.
Mickey Mouse.
For
I was
real.
talking to my friend Erica about it yesterday. She might be listening, so shout out Erica.
Hey, Erica. I feel like whenever evolution doesn't correct stuff like that, then yeah, it's like, good job. You should keep doing that. Like, keep falling off cliffs occasionally.
Yeah.
I feel like evolution would like correct in the opposite direction if it was a big deal. I don't know if that's how it works, but
they only stay like in low areas.
Yeah, they like migrate down to meadows instead of crags.
Yeah. Anyway, that's
Lemming
our
vibes.
That's our lemming. That's our
Our foray into lemming lore.
That's our Breaking Bad moment of this episode.
We do need to talk about Breaking Bad more, honestly.
Sure. That fake bacon, dude. The soy bacon or whatever they eat.
Oh yeah.
That shit is bad.
Yeah.
Like,
it's probably not. It's not like it's like good for you.
I don't think so.
Yeah. It's probably made out of petroleum.
Hope so.
All right. So Kel's pissed. Whenever Zarias introduces the indenture, obviously, Kel is pissed. He says, "This is sanctioned by the Shreya ? Has made the net commanded this ? So they're not cool with it. And Zarias says he thinks to himself, the feeble-minded fool had the gall to interrupt him. Or I don't know. At some point, Zarias decides that Kel's an idiot. Kind of just based off of nothing. I don't really know if he's an idiot. He doesn't necessarily seem to be an idiot, but I don't know.
No, I don't think he is. I mean, maybe he's a little dumb because he's just like, he's zealous and eager.
Yeah.
But, like they mentioned, I think the page before, obviously Zarias is way into Janan, but it says that his people, the Nansur, like, what does it say? He's talking about, how he sees Kalmamun. Is that it? Yeah, Kalmamunis. He goes, the Kanrians might look brutish with their beards, especially amid the clean-shaven elegance of the imperial Nansur court. But their dress was impeccable. So, I mean, I think it's a different culture thing.
Yeah.
And also an elitist. He is an insecure elitist. But I think the beards are throwing him off.
Yeah. Yeah, he says he has a small he has a small mouth. That must mean he has a birth defect or something.
I must have missed that.
He's like, yeah, on his first take on Kel, he talks about how he must have a birth defect because his mouth is so small, but he just has a big beard. So it's like, it's so wild. But we hear, let's see. Sign nothing, Lord Palatine. The Shreya, I wager, has heard nothing of this either. And it's Zynemus.
Oh, shit. I missed that,
Lord Marshal of Atrempus.
Like your firstborn child?
Yeah.
Dude, that's another X going to give it to you. I think that when I heard Zynemus on the audiobook, I just thought Zarias.
Yeah. Zynemus, man, he's in here. I love him.
Yeah, he's cool.
What a horrible demise. What a horrible fate he has.
Dude.
Please help me. Sorry. Oh,
JD's Zynemus. Yeah, here we go.
Yep. From Atrempus. Zarias goes, Atrempus. Skeos, please tell me why that name sounds so familiar. And Skeos says, certainly, god of men. Atrempus is the sister of Edursus, which is just interesting lore. And Zynemus here is a close friend of Nurse Proyas. So apparently Zynemus was Proyas's sword trainer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duncan, Idaho. Or Gurney Halleck, kind of.
Big Gurney Halleck vibes.
Which, can I mention something?
Yeah.
I was thinking about Dune in this with, it's not a 1-to-1 like correlation, but with Zarias kind of being, he's like the Emperor, but I'm picturing him kind of as Raban and Conphus as Feyd-Rautha.
Who is Raban?
He's did you watch the new Dune?
Yeah.
It's Dave Bautista. Just like the bald guy with the thick guy that I don't even know if he says a word.
Yeah.
But he's like the brutish but like not as smart son.
Mm-hmm.
And like, or nephew. I think it's nephew. I don't fucking know. But and Feyd-Rautha wasn't even in the new Dune. But in the old Dune he was Sting. You remember that? He walks out with the cod piece on.
That's funny.
It's awesome. It's like it's super cheesy and amazing, but he's like thinner and hotter, but also like a lot more qualified. Like Conphus. I mean, Conphus, maybe he doesn't have like all the court skills. He's definitely a really good military general, but I think if he was in charge, he'd probably do a better job than Zarias. I think he at least had confidence in himself.
He's super confident and like arrogant.
Yeah.
To a fault.
And
would probably make a lot of mistakes just based off of his inherent arrogance.
Yeah.
In the court or whatever. But it pays off in the field for him.
For sure.
Not that Zarias isn't arrogant, but I don't know.
Yeah, he's like, it's the, I don't know, insecure, arrogant thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I'm thinking about some psychology term I can't remember.
Prolapsed. Ego.
Yeah, he has a prolapsed ego.
He has a... Yeah.
You gotta push it back in there, dude.
Zarias thinks to himself, mother, he thought. Mother! The whole 3 C's knows their reputation. Oh, because he says, Proyas wouldn't be so foolish to allow an imbecile, especially one as powerful as Calmamunus, to parley alone with the house Ikiri. He has sent a wet nurse. Oh, wet nurse Zynemus.
Damn, dude.
Yeah. Fucking Zarias is the one with all the wet nurses, man. He's surrounded by wet nurses.
Yeah.
The house Ikiri would play games with what is holy. Let's see. I guess that's Zarias kind of just pretending to be interested in the holiness at all.
Yeah.
We got B-Rad put in a quote or a link. Is that to like a cartel video of somebody getting their head chopped off or something?
It says, Dune at 50 saucy taboos and mundane evolutions. I'm down to check that out, but I don't know what's going on right there.
I'm scared to open
Are we getting linked?
Oh, it didn't work.
Oh, you just had to click on the redirect, I think.
This one?
No, click on it again. And then go to that one. Yeah, dude.
There
That's
he
Sting.
is.
That's fucking Feyd-Rautha.
Feyd-Rautha.
That's how I pictured Compass in a way.
I would wear that if it was okay to wear in like the world.
So I don't know if this is true, but I heard that he was supposed to walk out fully naked. And he was down to do it, but the producers said he had to wear underpants.
Why?
I think because they were trying to make it like the next Star Wars, the David Lynch one.
They really fucked that up.
Yep. He got his name taken off as director.
Really?
Yeah, they used to do this thing where if you were like trying to disown your movie, they would credit the director as Alan Smithy.
Really?
Yeah, with Smith and then 2 E's.
Funny.
So there's like, technically there's like, I don't know, 50 movies that are directed by Alan Smithy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You think if we changed our name to Alan Smithy, we could try to get some royalties?
I think it's worth a shot.
Is that like how Stephen King hates Stanley Kubrick's version of The Shining?
Yeah.
But Stanley Kubrick doesn't hate it, so he wouldn't denounce his name from it.
No, but it's a similar thing going on.
Yeah.
It actually pushed David Lynch he hated working under like a studio that had pressured him. And so he just like refused to do anything that he didn't have full control over. And so that, like, the next movie after that was Blue Velvet, if you've seen that.
I haven't seen it.
It's really good. It's classic, I would say. But it pushed him in a good direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got distracted. That's okay.
I was trying to get double distracted, but I forgot, so that... Yep.
Dude, Zariah says, I have asked you. Zariah stopped, struggling to purge the screech from his tone.
Great writing, dude.
Yeah. Have you ever had to purge the screech from your tone? Maybe when I was a kid or something.
I don't know. I'm gonna try this. I'll make it a goal to try to both figure out what...
Get into a situation where you need to screech.
Yeah.
Yeah. I screeched whenever I got, like, bit by those dogs.
When did you get bit by dogs?
A couple of years ago in my neighborhood. I was walking Bean and I walked outside, and the pit bulls across the street that are usually behind a, like, locked thing were not locked in. And they, like, came out and bit me.
Oh, shit.
And I kicked them in the face. But they didn't.
They didn't
Dude,
let go.
I, like, wound up, like, kicked this pit bull straight in the face. Not in, like, a dog abuse way, but in, like, a self-defense, I'm getting eaten by a dog kind of situation.
Of course.
And it just took the hit and just, like did not care.
Damn, dude.
It was really scary, but I screeched for sure.
Took it on the chin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Do you have any scars?
No. No, it wasn't that bad.
I wish it would have been.
I beat them back with my screeching. Zarias is talking about how he has has monopoly over the truth, saying, I only speak about the truth or whatever. I don't know. He's just kind of dicking around. But then something warm and viscous struck his cheek. Stunned, he slapped at his face, then studied the muck on his fingers.
Get mucked.
A premonition of doom struck him, gouged his breast of all breath. What was this? Some kind of omen? What does it say? Let's see. Yeah. He gets pooped on.
Yep.
He literally gets shit on.
Yeah, it's just so fitting.
It's very fitting. What do you think the birds... I mean, this is kind of a cheesy question, but what do you think the sparrows symbolize? Because, like, he mentions it first. They calm him. They're like a calming... They give him some type of calming effect or whatever, and then they betray him and poop on him.
Yeah.
I don't know. We can ask this to chat, too. What do you feel like the birds symbolize? Either to Zarias or to the book at a whole. Or as a whole.
This is just off the cuff, but I think you could... What?
Kill those birds!
Oh, yeah, he just starts freaking out, dude.
Sorry.
No, it's great. I think this is like, again, I'm just saying this right now, but I think you could probably make a case that the birds represent being a normal human, like being in the world, and he feels at peace when he realizes that he's just like, I don't know. I mean, he wants them to know he's emperor, but he's just like kind of observing nature in the world and existing.
Yeah.
You could like go Buddhist with it, maybe even.
Yeah.
Just being present, and then, but he thinks he's omnipotent, or like he deserves to be, and then one shits on him, and that's like the most humbling thing that could ever happen, which of course he can't handle at all.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I feel like that. I don't know. I feel like if I needed to, I could try to make that argument. It's just
that resonates for sure.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Because no, it's like the inseparability of nature from, I don't know, a human's desire to want to like have mastery over an environment. Because there's the emperor on his little throne or whatever, but even in the physical world, the birds are like soaring above him. And kind of untouchable. I mean, obviously they get, a lot of them die by Archer, but yeah, and they talk about afterwards whenever he gets pooped on, and they're trying to like take care of his feelings or whatever. They talk about how it's a good thing amongst common people, and he says, "Of course it is. The only good they can look forward to is getting shit on," or something like that. I don't know. I said, Oh, he says, was it you? Okay, so a bird falls. A bird gets got, and he says, was it you, little one? Who made you do this? Who? A mere bird would never dare offend an emperor.
Dude, he just takes everything so personally.
So, let's see. I always entertain the idea that the Synthes crapped on Zarias.
Dude, yeah, that's a great idea. I was, like, kind of thinking that, too. Maybe one was fluttering around and just decided to take shit on him for fun.
That is really cool. And B-Rad emphasizes that, and then Kelpron says it was a literal omen of doom. Superstition is accurate in Irma. That's very true.
Yeah.
You only realize this on rereads. Yeah, this is fun. Superstition is pretty real.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Or whatever.
And again, like, you don't know this till a lot later, too.
Mm.
Like, well, I mean, they literally just said that. You only realize this on rereads.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's enriching to reread the books.
Mm-hmm. It's funny, man.
But, okay, so was it actually good luck in their culture, or did Scaeus just make up some bullshit to try to, like, mitigate the problem?
I don't know. What does he say?
Because what does it mean? Nothing, God of men. Oh, wait, no. Sorry. I'm not reading about the birds. I'm reading about the indenture.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I don't know where it is right now.
That's okay. We'll find it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he gives one of the skewered birds as a token of his esteem to the procession. So, I don't know. He's just being a child.
It's like, cool, thanks for the fucking dead sparrow.
Yeah. And then the meeting's over, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
They don't sign the indenture, right?
Yeah. But Scaeus, which, when it came up, I was like, this is the dumbest plan. Like, you're going to propose a plan that's just ass. Like, you know, to Kelmamunis, like, they're like, okay, you're going to fight the war, and I'm going to get all the land. Why would he ever sign that? And I was like, damn, that's the dumbest plan ever. But after they leave, Scaeus goes, we fully expected them to initially deny the indenture. The adventure. Like all fruits, our plan requires time to mature. Which makes me want to find a fruit that requires no time to mature. Just to be, whatever, contrary.
Contrary.
Yeah.
Yeah, we fully expected them to initially deny the indenture. Scaeus is such a good friend. Just tell you what you want to hear. Because he's a skin spy.
Yeah, so is he a skin spy right now? We think he is, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think chat will probably have more info on that. Scaeus is a skin spy currently, right?
I think so, and there were clues. We'll get to Estrella the mom, though.
Yeah.
Just a couple weeks back, in the chat, I think it was with Inrao, meeting the skin spy and the Synthes, that chat and us hypothesized that all of the people that get replaced were already replaced by the time the book starts.
Yeah. I think that's... P-Comma says yes, he smells. And then he also says pretty sure it's historically based.
Is
to
that
something else.
The bird shitting?
Yeah, I think that might be to the bird.
That's cool. I mean...
I've heard that before. That's good luck or a good thing.
You ever been shit on by a bird?
No. Have you?
Yeah, but not like a full load. Just some like splatter.
That counts.
I mean, it's happier for me. It's preferable to not have full bird shit on me.
Yeah. You don't want full bird shit on you.
Personally, no.
No.
What's good? Hey, Patricia.
Hi.
Hello. I had a problem with the computer today. I'll tell you about it.
In the rain. In the rain.
There's another example of Zarias' just kind of being a wild boy. Let's see. His cheek tingled as though it too recognized the truth of the augure's words. It was an omen, and a good one at that. He could feel it. Again, the gods touched me. Bouncing back from feeling like, oh, this is a bad thing. Yeah. It's just kind of lol. He's very whimsical. Oh, Common says no, the indenture was a crusade thing or something like it.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
I dig the people that know all the historical tie-ins. I've read a few things on the forum and the subreddit,
Mhm.
and I don't have any fucking clue, so it's still kind of just like word salad to me, but I
Yeah.
like respect and think that's super interesting. Somebody was talking about how the men of the Tusk were the Byzantines, and I was like, that's cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Busy teens.
Who said that?
Someone in maybe someone said it here, but I read it today on the subreddit.
Oh, okay.
I ran through a few topics, just seeing what people were talking about.
Yeah, that's cool. B-Rad, thank you. That's very sweet. She's feeling better. We're all feeling a little bit better. We're all good. No one's sick right now
No.
in the crew.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Aging, sickness, and death.
Yeah.
Okay, dude, ring theme
Ooh.
pops in. You want to read it?
No, yeah.
A bird shot on my page 1 of The Judging Eye immediately made me think of the sparrow scene from The
Dude.
Darkness That Comes Before.
That's chill.
Did you just start shooting wildly? And then I started blasting. Just fucking all over.
Did you take out your fucking gun and... I'm just gonna assume you
Dude,
have a
that's
gun.
cool though. I hope
Just
that you... Yeah. We're all back. No, I whatever. But... Excrement came swirling down. Fuck yeah, dude. Ring thing, I hope that your page was still legible.
Ooh, do you still have the page? That's kind of chill, like fossilized bird poop.
Put it in a shadow box. It's just like...
Yeah, that'd be cool. You could sell it.
Yeah,
to
dude.
all the like 2,000 people that like these books.
Mm-hmm.
I actually don't know how popular these books are, really.
Yeah, I also don't know how, like, book sales, how many numbers of books. Like, I mean, it's irrelevant now, kind of, but, like, with music, things used to go platinum or gold, and I think gold is 100,000 and platinum is 1 million.
Yeah.
But with books, like, yeah, I have no idea if, like, 2,000 is a lot or, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel since it's, like, international, there's gotta be, like, a sort of... I mean, this isn't quantitative at all, but, like, a formidable fan base, though maybe few and far between.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Some hard copies of the book are hard to find. Yeah, I forget which hard copy I have. I know Rachel's borrowing it right now.
The Great Ordeal?
Yeah, the whatever one's hard to get. It was hard to get.
I think that
And
that one
expensive.
is fucked. Yeah.
I wonder what's so weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
He asks Artemis, his augur, I guess,
What the fuck
right?
is an augur, dude?
Like a cosmologian, astrologian or something.
Oh, okay.
Somebody that tells you what you want to hear.
I thought it was like a tool that you drilled shit.
I could
I mean,
be
it's-
wrong.
I'm joking. That it's spelled differently.
It does sound
But it
mechanical. Yeah, I think it's somebody that like hangs around and does your stars and stuff. It tells you that you're right and you're doing a good job.
Nail of heaven is right there.
Yeah, it means that you're right. But he says Artemis. Also, Artemis may not be his augur because it says he departed. So, whatever. I don't know. He says, "Yes, God of men." He said, "My cheek. Should I wash it?" He says, "Definitely not. It's crucial that you wait at least 3 days. Crucial."
Crucial. dude.
Crucial with a capital C. So does Darius really not wash his face for 3 days?
I
you
hope
think?
so. But see,
What an idiot.
I mean, this is unlikely, but I not desperately, but I want this to be like a conspiracy among the like servants to just, like an inside joke. You don't have much power, but you can fight back by like tricking the fucking emperor to not have clothes on, or
Yeah.
in this case, to walk around with bird shit on your face for 3 days.
Totally. That's a very Michael Scott thing to happen, too.
Dude, I like. Oh man, I love when Michael Scott comes back from Jamaica and he has the 3 little beads in his hair.
So cringe.
He's playing hot, hot, hot on the steel drum in the saddest way.
Yeah.
Damn.
Unfortunately, that show did not stand up to the test of time very well. I think, kind of. But anyway, Zarias' mom comes in. She says, "A son," she said dryly, "hanging upon the words of a babbling, blubbery fool. How it warms a mother's heart." And then later he thinks to himself, "I find you offensive, mother, both in appearance and in manner." I love his thoughts. Hearing his little internal dialogues.
Yeah.
Fucking psychotic, crazy person.
Dude, I don't know Freud other than like pop culture stuff, but I feel like this is like straight up Freudian garbanzo going on.
Totally. He's like talking to her and he's like, "Dang, I really want to kiss those lips." Or
Show me
whatever.
your mouth, mother.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, I like this. So, okay. Coming into this, I was thinking everybody's a skin spy.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't sure about the... After reading this, I'm not sure about Estrella, the mom. I think you could...
I think she gets murdered later.
Okay, word.
Sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, I think it's... You know, I was going either way.
Yeah.
So this part is some evidence for skin spy. She says something, and then Zarias goes, "Has Maithanet bewitched you as well, mother? How does one become a witch?" Like, basically, you know, he's saying, like, you're brainwashed, or you're saying some shit that he didn't expect her to say, and so I thought that was like, well, yeah, maybe she is a skin spy.
True.
But I feel like also she knows, or just she knows him so well, and like their intricate back and forth. It's like that would be really hard to replicate as a spy. But
Oh, true.
skin spy might have been around for fucking years. Like if it's, you know, somebody close to. I mean, Skaios might have been whatever replaced for a really long time too, and he. I don't know. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I definitely know what you're saying. Could be.
But personally, I don't think she is yet.
Yeah.
But I think Skaios is.
But did a longing to kiss those lips strike you with bodily force?
It's like vile and hot at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we talked about this. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's...
Oh, I feel ashamed of it.
Yeah. No, I think it's okay. I mean, probably just because their names are so similar, but how Xerxes in 300 is portrayed.
Oh, yeah.
I see Zarias looking like a skinny, like frail, sickly Xerxes.
Okay, word.
And like the body slaves being around, like rubbing him and stuff.
He is oily, I think.
He's always oily. He got all these rings and shit.
Xerxes has that cool voice in that movie where it's like...
Yeah, Zarias is not that cool.
No, in the audiobook, he's like real whiny and like snide. But then it's so funny. The narrator does Estrella the exact same, just higher pitched.
I mean, they're related.
Like, me, mother. And then she's like, my son.
Yeah, he does a great job.
Yeah.
B-Ride says augurs, the definition, or augurs to predict the future, especially the behavior of birds, interpreting these as an indication of divine approval.
Damn, dude. See, like I said at the end of last episode, ebird.com.
eBird. Wing job. ebird.edu//wing job experience.
Dude, please.
So they're
That's
arguing
cool.
and just... Yeah, that is cool. Thank you, B-Red. They're arguing and just kind of going back and forth, having weird sexual tension. Okay, something that's interesting. What else? You squander the gifts of the horror. First, fate delivers you this Maithanet, and against my counsel, you try to assassinate him. Why? So that's mother to Zarias. Zarias tries to have Maithanet killed?
I don't remember, dude.
Apparently, though.
I mean, he sees him as a threat to his power, for sure.
Yeah. But apparently, I mean, according to this, unless I'm wrong,
What page you on?
is bottom of 143 and
Gotcha.
top of 144. And later, it talks about how there was a failed attempt on his life.
Right, so, I mean, yeah, that happened.
Crazy.
Yeah. Obviously, it didn't work.
Yeah.
I wonder if he or anybody even noticed.
Probably not.
It also could have been Maisonette using his Dunyan weirding way just to, like, snap the dude's neck in a blink of an eye and putting him in a... I don't know. What do they what kind of car, not a cardboard box. I don't know what they'd have. A reed basket.
Mm-hmm. Filled with nails.
Yeah.
And frogs. Ow, sorry. I believe he does. And yeah, I don't know if it was a coincidence about the arbors. I don't know.
Bird knowledge.
Bird knowledge. Let's see.
I like this. She's talking about how they're fanatics, and I think Zarias thinks that he can easily control and manipulate the men of the Tusk, but really it's gonna be a flood or like a tsunami of the zeal.
Mm-hmm.
I just really like the term zealous for this. Goes. God damn it! I immediately lost my place. I'm good today. These are warlike. Have you forgotten what happens to when one weds empty bellies to fanatic hearts? These are warlike men, Zarias, men intoxicated by their faith, men who act in the face of indignity. So, one more sentence is, do you truly expect them to endure your extortion? You risk the empire, Zarias.
Mm-hmm.
And, intoxicated by faith, I think is a perfect way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
There's also, later in the books, there's some line, I don't even remember what it was about. It's probably in the Slog or the Great Ordeal, but it says drunk on masculine virtue.
Oh, no.
So good. But that's in that Thou song that I have for the intro.
Oh,
like the actual
really?
lyrics.
It's in the intro?
No, just that song that I
song.
used for the intro. It's called Sovereign Self. It was like, drunk on masculine virtue.
That's cool. That's a very good line.
Yeah.
They're definitely zealots, definitely drunk on ideology. Feels good to feel like you know what's going on and that you have somebody behind your back.
Yeah.
And it feels really bad when you realize that you don't. And let's see. So, yeah, they are just kind of going back and forth. We learned that. What's her name? What's the mom's
mom?
name? Yeah.
Estrella
favors Confus, definitely. Or at least pretends to push his buttons.
I think she does, though.
Yeah.
At least she's more attracted to him at this point.
Yeah. At one point, Zarias thinks to himself, have I destroyed everything? She's making him doubt his plan. Let's see. Oh, okay, so tears are spilling from his eyes, and he grasps his old counsel by the cheek and was shocked by the coarseness of his skin. So he touches Skeos, and he's like, oh, dang, your skin is so coarse. And I was like, spy mode.
They're known for coarse skin, apparently.
I don't know, but I just thought that might have been significant.
No, I like that. I also, I'm going to look to see if they mention the actual texture of any other skin spies now.
Yeah.
Because what if you, came home to, I don't know, you get in bed with your wife or something, and then she's all, sandpapery.
Yeah.
But she looks exactly the same.
Oh.
What's going on here, dude?
And then she tries to give you a wing job. Let's see. One thing I thought it'd be cool to read is priests, augurs, and philosophers all teach us that what we see is smoke. The man I am is but smoke, mother. The son you birthed is but my mask. One more guise have taken for this wearisome revel of blood and semen you call life. I am what you told me I would be. Emperor, divine, not smoke but fire. I don't know, I just thought it was cool. It's funny that he says blood and semen.
Yeah.
But sometimes he comes with some deep, cool thoughts and stuff. He has little moments of insight and wisdom or whatever, but then he's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I think if he could, accept that he isn't the master of the universe, if he could take advice, he would be doing a whole lot better,
Yeah.
But that's what makes him who he is his, belief in his elite supremacy.
Mm-hmm. That would be hard with a mom like that. She says, I should have killed you, strangled you with your own cord.
Dude, brutal.
Yeah, she's wild. Yeah. You have any more on their argument?
I want to find the tits comment.
Oh yeah, he says, I suppose your tits remind. Oh, the bottom of 149.
Thanks. You can hit it. I can't find it.
Okay, so Estrella says, my age is my own affair. I have no need of fools to remind me. He says, no, I suppose your tits scarce let you forget.
Dude, it's like...
And then she screeches and lunges at him.
She flew at him as she had in his childhood, so it's like funny that, I mean, it's fucked up, but it's funny that their dynamic has not developed.
Yeah, they're like in this trauma frozen
Yeah.
fucking system. Terrible.
They're like, I feel like they hate fuck too.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. Like that's like the only type of sex they have.
Oh, it's so wild.
Or maybe pity. There's probably she tries to mother him and be like, I don't know, put him in the bath and then it gets weird. I don't need to imagine it publicly.
B-Rad, are you having some streaming issues? I'm getting good kilobits, I think. Let's look. Let's see. Says stream quality's good. Anybody else having any technical difficulties or anything? I don't have any dropped frames or anything. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see if we have like black spots in the video.
That'd be spooky.
I hope that it's nothing bad, Brad.
Nothing bad, Brad. Now we have the parlay with the Kisharam.
Yeah, dude. Okay, so they said somebody comes in. I think it's Skas and is like, Kianin have accepted your invitation to parlay, and I was like, oh, cool. I remember that. That's gonna happen in a couple chapters, and it's like they're here right now.
Yeah, I know. And they're here.
Yeah, I liked that.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, fuck. A Kisharam. The Fainav have sent a Kisharam. The sun went down, and so it seemed, all hope with it. So he's worried. He's squeezing his core as they're walking there.
Mm-hmm.
And he's making sure that he has some sorcerers, and Kemketri says that they have 3. 3 of us got him, man. And 12 crossbowmen, all bearing core. But core doesn't do shit against Kisharam, right?
No, they do.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, they just don't have a bruise.
They don't have a mark, yeah.
Yeah. That's something I got confused about and kind of still do sometimes.
Yeah.
Because some people can do wild shit and not get salted. But they get salted.
Yeah.
There's actually some discussion online about whether or not they turn into literal salt or they turn into something else.
Yeah.
Like, since their sorcery's different, they turn into a different material.
Magnesium.
Yeah, dude. Because they're, like, flowy with the water that kind of loosens your muscles up.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Are we still good?
Yeah, I think, our bit rate's good. Hopefully everything's alright. If not, it's still, like, recording, so that's okay.
We'll just do this all again after this.
Yeah.
This is scripted, by the way.
Yeah, we wrote all of this.
Mm-hmm.
No.
We're great writers.
Mm-hmm. I'm a pretty decent writer.
Oh, are we incepted?
Yeah, this is Inception right here. Everybody can get a look at that. Inception. Oh, God. Why do I always do that?
What happened?
I always... Alright, B-Rad says problem 1 is in. Okay, cool. Well, I hope it's sorted out.
Did we log off?
No.
It just gets shrinky dinky?
Yeah, apparently whenever I do the thing that I always do, it messes everything up.
Oh, when the synthes comes in. And
yeah, exactly.
That's a bird sound? That's how birds sound?
That's how... Some birds.
Yeah, so...
Okay, what's happening, Jacob?
Well, saffron robes... I had to look that up because I used to work at this fancy restaurant. That's saffron. You buy it in a tiny little vial, and like I don't even know what it was put on. I wasn't using it, but it was like little tiny red fibers.
Flakes.
Yeah,
fibers. Yeah, they're weird looking. It looks like unicorn hair from Harry Potter.
Yeah, And then I was like, I think that there's art with yellow robes online, so I had to look up what saffron is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a deep yellow, maybe yellowy orange.
That's cool.
Yeah. So that's what they wear.
Yeah.
He's got the fucking I don't know where this is, but Zarias mentions the sightless pits.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Kisharim blind themselves. They take out their eyes and then use the snakes to see. They fully embody the water of life, or the soul, by denying the ability to view the material world.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of get it. It's like ascetics,
Yeah,
a little bit. But Sightless Pit is a cool band.
Oh, really?
The singer of Full of Hell, the singer, only person in lingua ignota, and the drummer of The Body made like a metal, electronic / metal band called Sightless Pit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I messaged the singer and I was like, yo, did you get that from these books? And he said no.
Nah, word.
I know. He also said I don't know. His Instagram is The Vault of Heaven. And they say that like 100 times in this, but I think that they say that in the Bible too.
True. There's probably a bunch of vaults of heaven.
Yeah, but I really wanted him to be in on our scene, you know?
Yeah. That'd be cool.
But yeah, this dude Malahet comes in, which we later learn is Moangus.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This is Moangus?
Yeah.
What?
Because he's got all the scars.
Yeah, he says he's scarred like a Sylvendi.
Yeah.
Bro, what?
I think he talks about it too in the Thousandfold Thought to Kellis. He was like, I went and met with the Empire and did this, or I don't know.
Yeah, so he's totally
This is Big Mo.
manipulating everything.
Yeah.
Dude, that's wild. I did not know it was Moangus.
Yeah. I thought, I mean, of course, the first time I read it, I had no idea who it was. Because we have no fucking clue. But, yeah. I also thought it was funny, though. It's like, the one Kisharim we know individually is Moangus. Like, we don't get to know any others.
Yeah, that's kind of a bummer.
Yeah. But, I mean, it makes sense from a story perspective, too.
Yeah.
But I'd like to get inside their heads.
Yeah,
we only get a little bit of Meppa, too, in the second series.
Yeah, and he just kind of gets, like, dicked on, right?
Yeah.
No.
I think he's, like, stands his ground for a bit, but then he gets smoked by Kellis. But, that Splatman Anaferi, like, revives him or something.
Oh, yeah.
Yatwer saves his life. So that's, like, people think that he's going to have a role in, if Bakker ever writes any more books.
Oh, that would be so cool.
Yeah, I would like that a lot.
One thing that I enjoyed was whenever Zarias is seeing the eyeless face, he says, or he thinks to himself, eyeless faces always unnerved Zarias, always reminded him of the dead skull beneath every man's expression. Do you ever think about the dead skull underneath every man's expression? Sometimes I do.
I don't think so. Maybe the other day, I had the sinus thing, and I was looking up acupressure points, and there's different places you can, like, touch around your eye sockets.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's a skull in there. But no, I'm not, like, I don't usually think that. Do you know the movie They Live? It's like a proto-Matrix, kind of. It's awesome. It's also, like, supposed to be, like, more funny and campy and shit, but if you wear these special sunglasses, you see everybody's like a skeleton alien.
Oh, yeah.
And so, yeah, I don't know. I don't think that, but I feel like I will try that this week and be haunted.
Yeah.
How is it existing with that thought?
I think
you?
the Buddhist in me just uses it as like a death reflection of impermanence. But I don't know. It's very wild. Sometimes it's like very like, oh shit, like there's a skeleton under there.
Yeah.
A moving, talking, thinking, fucking bag of shit. It's crazy. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are Malahet. Kim M. Ketchery exclaimed. Another indiscretion. Oh yeah, Zarias is like kind of just not in control here at all.
Oh yeah.
His people are just like kind of firing off. But it's cool to know that Kim Ketri and Mahalet are old foes, apparently. Honor to an old foe.
Yeah.
They're like, what's up, dude? But then, yeah, it says the one whose arms were scarred like a Skullvendi.
Yeah, and they fear him.
Yeah.
They know him by reputation.
Yeah.
He's the second most powerful, or second most highly ranked Kisharim, which I thought was interesting because in the Thousandfold Thought, he talks about how he didn't really get the Suke very well. Like, he sucked at it because he has no soul, because he has no spirit, you know?
Yeah.
Because he's a fucking mindless robot man. Not mindless, but robot man. But he is just so good at, like, the political workings that he, like... And he did learn some Suke, but he, like, just wormed his way up in the you know, if you think of the Kisharim as an organization, he worked his way up because of his, like, I don't know, courtly nature and fucking probability trance and shit. But I believe he's, like, not very good at that type of sorcery.
Interesting.
Yeah, but they fear the shit out of him.
Yeah, apparently. He says, you must leave at once. If it is truly Malahed, then you're in grave danger. We all are. Those are some pretty serious words.
Yeah.
Coming from the Grand Master of whatever the fuck. Is Kelman Ketri is the Grand Master of the Sake?
Yeah,
Imperial
I believe
Sake.
so.
So, anyway. I like whenever they ask him, "You've come to parlay," and he just says no. I love that.
Get got,
And
dude.
Darius says, "Then why have you come?" It's just funny.
He houses him. Malahat Moengus just dominates the conversation.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
How could you not?
You ever been in a room or, like, in a conversation with someone like that where you just get, like, the other person is doing everything?
Probably.
Yeah, I can't think of any specifics, but I know the feeling, like...
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just here.
I don't like that feeling. Really.
No, it's terrible, but
Yeah.
it's like... I don't know. It's a power and a skill to run the room like that.
Definitely. So yeah, and then we learn that the Kisharim here is really just a portal or like a scryer for Scaris, I guess. Yeah, Scaris.
Dude, that confused the shit out of me. There's
It was hard for me to get it the first round.
Skaos, the Sake, Scaris, Skilvendi, Scooby-Doo,
Yeah.
Skinbatha, Skabooboo.
Skabooboo.
It's just confusing.
Yeah, definitely.
Go ahead, man. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good. This made me think of kind of the theme that we've been talking about each episode, about what legitimizes the schools in society, in a society that's mostly religious and mostly thinks that they're like inherently bad. And I just am reflecting on how important communication is to empires. And the sorcerers are, like, I guess, the only source of communication, like instant, long-distance communication.
Yeah.
And even that, like, kind of small thing to us, because we have phones and shit, is a huge thing to them. So they, like, can't afford to not have sorcerers around.
Yeah.
And that's, like, mutually assured destruction, too, because if you're the only people that doesn't have a sorcerer, like, school or whatever attached to you, then you're probably going to get got. But, I don't know, I often wonder with academia in general and, like, science and shit, like whenever the government pays for, like, a big, like, expedition to go to fucking Antarctica or something, I'm like, why do they care? Like, why do they care about that? Because it's kind of ambiguous or kind of peripheral knowledge that I'm like, surely the people that have a bunch of money don't actually give a fuck about that. So why do they do it? But I guess similar to this, it, like, is supportive or, like, invests in the future of knowledge that they need to be able to keep running capitalism. I don't know.
Yeah.
Does that make sense at all?
I think so.
I don't know.
We're trying to colonize outer space.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know why the government would want to go to Antarctica other than there's probably oil or some shit we can take.
Yeah, like people...
I mean...
Just how people get funding is interesting.
Yeah.
Like, people that are funding one thing, I don't know, their intentions are interesting to me because if they have a bunch of money, then they're probably are benefiting from capitalism and are interested in keeping benefiting from capitalism. They probably don't make decisions that don't benefit them.
Yeah.
From a capitalist perspective. So, but if it's like a weird like research project, then it's like, what? How is that going to make them money? But it must.
Yeah.
So.
It makes me think of Alien versus Predator. It might be even Alien versus Predator Requiem. They go to Antarctica.
Yeah, I remember that.
There's like tubes.
Mm-hmm.
I would slide down those tubes.
Fuck that.
Dude, my parents booked a trip to Antarctica.
Really?
A cruise. It's the only continent that my mom's never been to.
Oh, that's chill.
My parents are like world travelers.
That's cool.
Yeah, but they booked it for like March or April 2020, and it's been put off till like, it might even be 2024.
Oh, damn.
I'm hoping that they'll be able to do it before something
nuclear
prevents
war.
them to. Yeah. Yeah. But in the case of an apocalypse, I was thinking, as far as communication goes, you're a runner. You could be like the source of communication for people. Just running notes back and forth. You could probably make a living, make a bunch of beans off of
that. Get some cans.
Yeah.
Get a horde of canned peaches. What's up, Meg? How art thou, man? I'll give you a battery. And there's a Stargate in Antarctica. And then B-Rad says fucking aliens are up there and or a portal, some believe.
There's, yeah.
Yeah.
Stargate, Atlantis.
Portathis. Portathis. But anyway, also, Moangus keeps on calling Zarias moot, and it's hilarious. You two have become moot. And he calls him moot again later.
Oh, dude, can I get nerdy on you?
Yeah.
As if we're not being nerdy. Moot used to mean, like, worth talking about. And now it means something not worth talking about.
Oh, interesting.
Like, in etymology, I read this sometime this year, but
yeah,
a moot point was, like, something that would be worthwhile to bring up to a group of people.
Interesting.
And now it's like, get fucked.
Yeah.
Anyway. I mean, and it's definitely used in the get fucked sense of the word.
Yeah. Alright. Where we at? What's happening?
It's got a wraith-like expression, which is cool and supports our gangle hypothesis.
Yeah, he's gangled down to his socks. He gets called Carrion at some point, which is tight.
Yeah, I like that. It's showing him as a non-god. Just a fucking meat suit. I just like the magic that he did. I mean, I guess it's sorcery. I call it magic still in my head sometimes. But how it was like a blue orb popped up and then just like a hologram basically of his face over the dude's face. That would be so fucking sick.
Yeah. Be fucking tight.
I bet Elon Musk's gonna do that, but it's gonna like infect our brains or something.
Yeah. Well, it'll be powered by child slaves or something.
Yeah. Anyway, I've got a lot of asides this episode.
No, that's fine. We're coming up on like an hour and a half, so we should probably try and finish the chapter.
Word. They also definitely fear and respect, maybe not respect, but fear Malahat because of his Skilvendi, Swazond. Because they're like,
what the fuck?
Yeah, and earlier in the chapter, they talked about how no one had ever beaten Skilvendi on an open plain or something. Yeah. Which is like about to happen for the first time.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I mean, so he's calling him moot and saying he's an idiot and stuff and questioning Zarias' plan and saying that Confus is going to lose or whatever. So we're learning more and more about what's going on with Confus on the steppe, which is good. And yeah, they're just going back and forth. Zarias is doubting himself. One thing that's interesting is apparently Confus was Scaris's hostage for 4 years.
Oh. I missed that,
on page 156, like kind of towards the end-ish. He says, "Well enough, I Kyrie, I will grant you that trifle. The solitary God knows your answer are stubborn people. I'll even grant that Confus may prosper where my own son faltered in defeating the Scylvendi. I'll not underestimate that snake charmer. He was my hostage for 4 years, remember?" Just interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't realize that at all. That reads as like some sort of exposition. They're like, remember the time that we did this?
Yeah.
But it's cool to know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna reevaluate Confus differently now.
And so then Zarias comes back and says some bullshit, and then the Holy War will sign my indenture. The Holy War requires a school, and that school happens to be mine. And then immediately afterwards, Scaris is like, "Nope, this is Scarlet Spires."
Let me try this. Hesha Ejoru Saika Matanati Jeskutika.
Yep. Which translates to
your mom. No, it's that they are fucking 5 steps ahead of not Zynemus, Zarias, right? Yeah, he thinks that he can do everything with the sake,
but there's
that's his advantage over the over the men of the Tusk.
Yeah,
they're definitely some little they're little like, shitty pissy boys.
Yeah, they're not even cool. School clearly casual redeemed invoking the call of the salmon.
Nice.
Thanks, dude. Don't do it again.
That is like, it felt like a big thing to me. They're like, oh, we've really got one over you. Like, you don't know this, idiot.
Yeah, he gets humiliated.
Like, yeah, exactly. Well said.
It's humiliation kink.
He wants to think they're lying.
Yeah. It says, a cold fury uncoiled within Zarias. There would be much screaming tonight.
Yeah, dude, it's so good.
I think, like, is he going to be making other people screaming, or will he just be, like, screaming in his apartment? Probably both.
You think, he probably has slaves he makes stand there that he gets up in their face and scream.
Oh, yeah, scream at them?
Oh, he's definitely poking them, but...
Yeah.
Just, like... Yeah. No, I love that. No, I was thinking, he's probably not screaming into a pillow.
Yeah, definitely not.
He's probably got a chamber.
He's got a scream chamber. I need a scream chamber, honestly. I can't scream anywhere without freaking my neighbors out.
Highway, man.
Highway. That's true. Yeah. Not on Gallatin, though, with your windows down. It's happened a couple times.
That's fucking badass.
Meg, I'm glad you got chills from the call of the salmon.
It's erotic.
It is. It's erotic. Yeah.
It's Protathian.
So that's pretty much it. Nikki Sharam kind of stomp on Zarias' plan, and they humiliate him a little bit. And yeah. Yeah.
It's interesting. I mean, it was like the very first quote, but how they have mutual respect, but they're also fucking ancestral enemies. Like,
it does tie back around.
It's saying, like, it's your doom, you're fucked, the Paddy Raja is gonna kick your ass, and, you know, I mean, they're also just throwing words at each other. It's like, what's a... You want to read it?
You read it.
Clearly Casual says, y'all ever been chilling at a barbecue at your cousin Taylor's, period? While you're minding your own busy and ripping on your jewel, you realize that Kangaroo Jack is on FX at 8 p.m., but Taylor would rather lock eyes and violate the cat with a ballpoint
pen. Oh my god, dude.
No, that's never happened to me.
It's never happened to me.
My house's cat is unkillable. Did you know that Moby got picked up by a bird of prey?
Yeah.
Dude, sometimes I just hear blood-curdling cat screams at night. And it's just like...
Just Moby doing his thing.
Yeah. He runs the block.
Yeah, he's a great cat.
Mm-hmm.
He's cool.
He's like 16 and was given 6 months to live 2 years ago.
Yeah, he's fueled by his prognosis.
Yeah.
He lives in defiance of his prognosis.
In defiance of the gods.
Yeah.
No, you're right. That is it. There's one question I have that I'm gonna research after this, but do the Kianin see the Kisharim as dirty, weird sorcerers? Like like everyone, I don't know, the Men of the Tusk see, like, there's so much terminology and I can't remember it all. See the sorcerer schools. I have this feeling that they're like more socially accepted.
That's my feeling too.
They seem like more of like monks and priests, kind of, rather than nerdy academes that have a penchant for violence.
Right. Yeah. Kama agrees. And also we missed a chat from Kelfron. He says he's gonna make Zarias scream, but the joke is on him. Zarias likes it. Yeah. Absolutely. Scream kink. Zarias scream kink wing job
on bird.edu.
eBird. No, they're holy dudes. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's good to know.
Yeah,
that's how it feels.
It's interesting. It seems like it makes more sense. Maybe to like be cool with the people that are ultra powerful.
Yeah.
But who am I?
No one. Who am I? Nobody.
Thought you were
I'm the last coral reef.
Yeah. I was gonna say the Jabberwocky, but that was like pretty different direction.
That's alright. Same thing. Any final thoughts on the chapter?
We're 158 pages in.
Yeah.
Oh, so get this. While you were reading, I looked up. There's no Proyas in the glossary in Thousandfold Thought.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think it was just an omission because
weird.
I mean, he's got to be in.
What if it was
glossary
like
in this book?
Somebody wrote the glossary from the book, like this is like a part of Akamian's compendium, and he left out Proyas for some reason.
For try to not talk about what happened.
Yeah, for some whatever reason. That's a cool tinfoil theory, right?
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Get tinned.
Hell yeah. And thanks to everyone who has stuck with us this far. I mean... Ooh, I bet that was super loud.
Woo!
Sorry.
That was like in The Predator when fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger and Carl Weathers... It's a meme.
Oh, okay.
I'm on movie mode today.
That's great.
Yeah.
You're a pop culture phenom.
Thank you.
Very powerful, yeah.
Too
powerful, even.
Curse the Paro.
Take off your shirts and do some push-ups. I used to do push-ups on stream a lot.
I hope that you can monetize that.
That'd be cool. That'd be tight. B-Rad says we fucking rock. That's very sweet.
Thank you.
That's very chill. You rock. You're the one that's rocking.
Yeah, you rock. You just sit and are.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh!
What are our quotes here? Oh, no deaths, no RIP graveyard this episode.
Oh, no deaths, no crying. Well, some crying.
Yeah, there were
didn't
tears.
Cry.
No, Akami didn't.
Yeah, there was tears, though. What else are we watching? Dispensation. How many times Bakker uses the word dispense or dispensation? Just once.
I don't think there was rigid either. Or rigor.
Rigor? No,
yeah.
rigor. He loves that word.
Yeah.
Academic rigor. What other shit?
I don't know. That's all I can remember.
Paper, scissors.
Ah!
I don't get it.
Rock, paper. You said you rock, and then you said paper, scissors. Not enough meat, dude.
On the YouTube video, we'll put in like a explosion.
Damn, son, where did you find this?
It's a good ender.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Praise the meat.
Praise the meat. Thanks everyone for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.